Hey guys, it's going down, man. They moving ICE into Minnesota. Hey, Somalians, y'all better get ready, man, cause they finna come at y'all guys. Seriously, I wish you the best, man. I wish you guys didn't do what you did over there in Minnesota. And it's just you guys opened up a door. Y'all made a lot of Somalians in the country go through a lot of things, bro. I'm wishing y'all the best as a group, as how y'all want to be treated as Somalians. Now you're about to feel the weight of America. You woke up the sleeping giant. We tried to warn you guys about this, but you guys just didn't want to listen. And it's official now, without a referee whistle. That it's a shame. I wish you the best. Now that the eye of the government is on you, and I wish you the best. I hope the good people of Somalian community, wish you guys the best, and you can get along with in American society. But it's official now, guys. Seriously, be careful out there. I'm gonna do like we did in old days. Salute you. Yeah, hey, hey. Let's Without further ado, let's see what they're talking about.
Investigation into child care and other widespread fraud as DHS and the FBI ramp up a statewide crackdown. Federal prosecutors say that the total fraud in Minnesota could ultimately be more than $9 billion. ICE Director Todd Lyons joins us now. Mr. Director, thanks so much for joining the program. I want to bring your attention to this. This is a stat that we got from the Attorney General. 98 individuals were charged. 85 of those charged are of Somali descent. And we know that some of this money was going to terrorism and, of course, criminal activity. What can you tell us about what you're learning on the ground there?
Hey, Lawrence, good seeing you. Yeah, so ICE has been on the ground in Minnesota for a while now looking at these fraud claims. And one thing now the Homeland Security Investigation Special Agents are looking into is just that you said, that money trail of where this money is going to foreign aid. Obviously looking at any type of links to any criminal activity, obviously terrorism activity, and one thing you will see is that ICE is actually out there going with criminal warrants to conduct these investigations. So all too often you hear that ICE is just out there terrorizing the community or conducting administrative work. We've been on the ground in Minnesota conducting criminal investigations, and Homeland Security investigations has gone door to door to a lot of these suspected fraud sites all over St. Paul and Minnesota, and we're learning a lot.
You know, Mr. Director, this is what the governor is saying in response to this in a statement. The governor has worked for years to crack down on fraud and asked the state legislature for more authority to take aggressive action. He has strengthened oversight, Governor Tim Walz, spokesperson. But they hadn't been aggressive, and it wasn't until your leadership, as well as the president's leadership, that you guys start serving these criminal warrants. So who dropped the ball here?
Lawrence, what we're seeing is there's always a tide when it comes to sanctuary jurisdictions where you can hide in plain sight. You see a lot of these fraudsters use a lot of the sanctuary rules and sanctuary protections to, enact criminal fraud just like this. Secretary Noem has had us up in Minnesota. We had Operation Twin Shields with the FBI, CIS, and Homeland Security investigations. We were in September and November. We've been on the ground for so long looking into these states that are conducting these type of material fraud. And when Homeland Security investigations goes into these businesses, there is criminal activity when it comes to labor trafficking, child trafficking, human exploitation. And that's what we're looking at up there in Minnesota. And you always come back to these sanctuary jurisdictions where you'll find them, like, again, hiding in plain sight and using those sanctuary protections to employ, not only illegal aliens, but conduct criminal fraud just like you're seeing right now.
It's unbelievable. I want to get your reaction to.
Yeah, that's why I want to say something about that. Like a lot of people don't realize, they're hiring all these people that fraudulently, allegedly fraudulently hiring these people as this criminal fraud employment, where the person just stated. Um, they hire a lot of people that they're really not American citizens, and they're working. If you go through all the paperwork, you possibly can find out that they're not even supposed to be here, and they're working in positions, and sometimes high level positions in nonprofits. and all doing all kind of paperwork. Doing, I'm like, wait a minute, you're not even an American citizen. What do you even got a job? This type of stuff we're finding out. That's what this director was saying. So, what's been going on? And these American jobs should be given to Americans with degrees, bachelor's degree, master's degrees, and they can't find employment. You go every city and find a bunch of American, white, black, Hispanic, all kinds that would love to have that job, but they can't because it's all part of manipulation. It's all part of a scam. It's all part of fraud. And so they all the characters in this nonprofit is really schemesters. So they're taking advantage of our system everywhere, on every level. Libraries. I bet you go to the library system and you look at the libraries, you'll find so many illegal people here. I can imagine. I can imagine. Allegedly, I can imagine you finding people there everywhere in every form of our public sector that we're not being paying attention to. Like we just found about the sheriff, how you feel, and the Somalian sheriff, how he was feeling. They hired that person up in New England, over in New England, that was illegal. So it's all kind of stuff been going on under our nose, man, to spite the American laws and American customs and systems that we so Americans, the real Americans, that really cares about. There's some Americans that don't really care of nothing at all. But when you look at their whole profile, you profile them, you see they really got a lot of issues. They really need some help. So for the most part, but the person with common sense realize any nation, any sovereign nation need law and order to protect its system from compromise. Let's continue. What's your opinion? Leave a comment down below.
To this, Mr. Director. This is the mayor of Los Angeles. And this is what she had to say about Latino border agents. Let's listen.
Well, in a way, I think it's sad. I think that those Border Patrol agents are going to have a difficult time when they're out in the field and they see what actually happens in real life, separate from their training. But I do understand that their primary incentive is financial.
What's your response to that, Mr. Director?
Those are just sad comments. The men and women of ICE are all from all nationalities. We have so many that are first-generation Americans that just want to serve their country and they want to be federal law enforcement officers. And it's really bad to politicize law enforcement in any aspect, but to take cheap shots at the men and women who put their lives on the line every day to go out there and serve the nation, to make their community safe. And it's just not a time and place for any type of elected officials to use, the fact of a racial profiling in reverse, targeting the men and women of law enforcement.
Yeah, it's pretty insane, especially when you consider that the Border Patrol is 50% Hispanic. And of course, there's a lot of minorities that are policing federal agents and ICE as well. And you're leading with them, Todd. Mr. Director, thanks so much for joining the program.
Great seeing you, Lars. Happy New Year.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about this, man? It's crazy to see politicians. Now it's all in real time that we're seeing these politicians are really not caring about what's going on in the public sector, you know, and they're producing like, are they, you tell me people are going to become first generation or just people going to become ICE agents, federal agents, excuse me, just because they want to for money? That's not true. You think nobody want to serve their nation, to protect the borders of their nation, and they can see? You think Hispanics see Hispanic American, sorry, Hispanic Americans see what's going on at the borders down in Texas, Arizona, of California? You think they don't see what's going on? You think they don't want to protect and serve their country? Come on, man. Quit trying to put Hispanics as a exterior component to the American infrastructure. Hispanics are part of the American infrastructure too. Mexicans are part of American infrastructure. Heritage. I'm talking about heritage. They're American first. They're just of Hispanic background, but they're American first. And these are the ones you got to understand. You can't manipulate. You can manipulate in the media, but you can't manipulate in real time. When you go down and talk to them border agents and you sit down, and they have sat down, this guy sat down and talked what's up. And they say what they feel. They honor to serve their country. And they can get work other places. Come on, man. People going to college, these people are different. These are than people that elevated. We got classifications in American society. Come on, a lot of people took sociology and realized that, hey, in sociology you learn stratification, you learn classification, you learn a lot of things that you might not really know that's out there in an intro to sociology class. So you learn the things that's in our system that you can't see readily if you don't have the knowledge or experience or somebody to mentor you to see what's going on in American society. We do have classes here. We do have categorizations here. It's always been there. So in the public and private sector. So let's cut the let's cut that to the chase and say, hey, no, anyone that's want to serve as American citizen, want to serve their nation, they can serve, no matter what ethnic heritage they come from. So I applaud all groups that want to serve for the protection of the sovereignty of this nation. I salute that. So without further ado, tell me what you think. Give me your opinion down below. I'd like to hear from you. Yeah, this is amazing.
So, Director